Good evening, everyone, the Venerable Sanghas and Venerable Speaker and all the participants in here. So first of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Venerable Wisodas inviting me to serve the moderator today. So and also I would like to thanks respectfully to the speaker today is Venerable Pannanda. So my name is Venerable Saras, and all the participants who came to join us to this program today. So thank you very much. Please warmly welcome to this discussion of this event. So this programs I will read. We have a few schedule of today's program. So according to the obsidian number, the number one, so we will open the praying the homage to the Buddhas by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. And number 2, introductions. The moderator is me, so will be briefly introduce the speakers, the biography, and his academic background. And number 3, Venerable Speaker Pannanda will deliver his topic on reimagines the monastic leadership in the age of AI's reflection from the study experience at the University of the Hong Kong. That is also very interesting. So after finishing the Venerable speakers, we will invite to all the question sessions. So number 5, the founders of the Tavagu, the Forums, will be delivers the bulk of thanks and the present certificate. And number 6 is the programs will officially conclude at 10 o'clock by reciting Buddha Sasana Siddhanta 32 3 times. So according to the number 1, please, I would like to humbly request to all the Venerable and all the participants, let us to open by praying Namo Tassa 3 times.
Namo
Tassa
Bhagavato
Namo
Tassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato
So now, according to introductions, the Venerable moderator will introduce a brief Venerable Pannanda's biography and his educational background. So it is a great honor to introduce our estimated speaker, Venerable Pannanda. So Venerable Pannanda is originally came from Shan State, SSBU, the Taungji in Myanmar. And his educational background is in 2023 to 2024, he achieved the Master of Buddhist Studies in passed with the distinction the University of the Hong Kong and award the Glorious Sam Group and a postgraduate scholarships in Buddhist Studies. In 2022 and 2023, he achieved the Master of Art Buddhist Ayurvedic, the counseling with the merit passed postgraduate institute, Ali and Buddhist Studies, University of the Kalanias. In 2015 to 2018, he achieved the Master of Art Buddhist Studies, the second upper class honors, University of the Kalanias in Sri Lanka. In 2017, he achieved also the highest diplomas from English, the language from the Royal International Institute in Columbus with the credits advanced level. So Venerable Pannanda is also he contributed several academic paper and research. The articles, the first one is how the Buddhist spent his daily rudi and Buddhist modern perspective on the time management, and also the Buddhist perspective on the vegetarians from early Buddhists and Chinese Buddhism in preparations. And a personal study the history in the University of the Hong Kong, Ceylon Chinese, and also the Pope Zakata Punyata, a Buddhist perspective on the preparation, Ceylon in Janib. So he is also contribute a editorial book, The Member, say in Myanmar and also in Sri Lanka. Now he is in the present graduate of the Master of Buddhist Studies, MBSN, currently pursuing the Master of Buddhist Counseling, MBU, at the University of the Hong Kong. So now again, the Venerable, I would like to very kindly request to welcome this talk on the behalf of this Tavagu Foundation. So please warmly welcome and yeah. Okay.
So first of all, I would like to pay respect to the Venerable monks, and I would like to thanks to Venerable Shadow Visuddha, the founder of the Tavagu Education Center, and also I would like to thank to Venerable Moderator for your kind introduction. And thirdly, I would like to thank to all the audience for coming to join the online discussion today. So before I begin, let me share my slide. Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, we can hear.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the topic today I would like to present is the reimagining monastic leadership in the age of AI, reflection from my own study experience at the University of Hong Kong. So all the talk will be based on my study experience from here in the HKU. So before I start my talk, I would like to do a little bit of kind disclaimer, because I'm not an expert of AI, and I'm also not a software engineer or programmer. So that's why I'm not going to teach in this talk. I'm not going to show or teach how to use Buddhist AI tools. Okay. So, and also I'm not going to teach how to create like Buddhist AI app or AI chatbot or something. And like I said earlier, so the talk here will be based on my study and knowledge that I have gained from the HKU, the University of Hong Kong. So the content for the talk today is we have like six contents. Number one is brief information about the AI. Number two, the AI at the university level. And number three, AI at the national level. And number four, Buddhism and AI, how Buddhism and AI are interconnected. And number five is my own experience, okay, reimagining the Buddhist leadership skill in the era of the AI. And the last one will be Q&A. So this is my talk content tonight. So before I jump into the brief introduction to AI, let's ask the audience. Okay, you don't have to answer, but you have to. You can just go through all the questions. Okay, have you ever used the phone with kind of facial recognition to open up your phone, the kind of thing? So this is the thing that we are experiencing every day, right? And again, have you ever used or asked any kind of assistant from Siri or Google Assistant from your phone or from any other devices? And have you also used this kind of chatbot? It can be either Gemini chatbot, Grok, DeepSeek, or the Microsoft Copilot, Cloud, Noble AI. So all these things are connected with AI, okay? And sometimes you may come across when you scroll down on your social media, okay? It can be Facebook or YouTube. When you go through the video and again, if you open your phone and come up, it will show exactly or similar the video that you have watched previously. So this kind of algorithm is also used by AI, the kind of thing. And nowadays we also have seen kind of a self-driving car, okay, without a driver, and not right now in Hong Kong because there are a lot of crowded in Hong Kong. But there is the city next to Hong Kong, they call Shenzhen. Now they're having a kind of a self-driving car. Those kind of technology that they are using is all are interconnected with AI. So this is a quick question to just warm up our thought for how AI are influence our life in everyday life. Okay. So when it comes to the AI, artificial intelligence, so the meaning of artificial intelligence is that is the ability of the computer or maybe a machine or device, it can be any device or computer, anything, that to do the task normally need human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, understanding, language, recognizing image, and making decision. All these kinds of things, it's involving in AI and technology. So this is the kind of definition that we can easily understand artificial intelligence. So when it comes to the capability of the AI, usually roughly we have three kinds of AI, right? That they are categorizing. So number one is they call is A and I, meaning it is called artificial narrow intelligence. So it's called A and I. And the second one is artificial general intelligence. So it's called, the short form is AGI. And the third one is artificial super intelligence. So this could be the future. It is not yet happening for the ASI yet. So right now we are the level of AGI. Okay. So when we talk about functionalities, AI again can be categorized in four categories. Number one is reactive machine. Number two is limited memory. Limited memory meaning that we put all the data and memory into the machine and train them to work. For example, like I said earlier, the self-driving car. So that kind of thing we need to train. We need to put an information or data into the machine and train them. So, but it work according to the limit of the data that they have trained. So that is called limiting memory. So right now we only have the 1 and 2, that the self-aware and theory of mind, the AI is some of the AI expert. They are predicting that it could be in the future, in the near future. So the AI that are coming in the future could have a self-aware, a kind of self-emotion kind of something. And when it comes to the next, another next generation, they also predict that the AI could have also the theory of mind. Sometimes they say that they can have mind. So we are not there yet. Still, we are in the state of 1 and 2 right now. So, like I said in the content, so for this, The first one I would like to focus on is the artificial intelligence at the university level. So in this talk, I would like to focus and talk about how a university, like in Hong Kong, where I'm studying right now, are integrating or using AI for the student as well as for the teachers in a university. So they don't talk about that actually. They talk about it sometimes, but it is not a lecture that we are studying right now, that I'm studying, because I'm studying Buddhist counseling. So there is no kind of subject that we have to study AI. But again, we can see in the university that how they are integrating with the AI. So many departments in the University of Hong Kong, they tend to have many kinds of conference or discussion. Sometimes it's an online discussion, sometimes it's a conference, sometimes it's a kind of program that they conduct every week that they have in the university. Different department, they have different topic. For example, in the department of Buddhist study where I'm studying right now, they also have a program introducing a kind of AI and how they are integrating Buddhist teaching into the AI in modern societies, kind of thing. So there is a kind of research paper also done by Center of Buddhist Study regarding AI as well. This kind of thing that they have been integrating in the university. So, like I said earlier, this is one course that offered by Center of Buddhist Study, but only for the undergraduate student. It is a undergraduate course, a selective course. So students can come to select when they want to learn about Buddhism, brain, and AI. So within this course, what they have designed is that they have designed how Buddhism understand about the brain and how AI and Buddhism are interconnected, and how Buddhism interpret, for example, a hot topic is that consciousness, kind of enlightenment kind of thing. So this kind of topic also talk about in Buddhist perspective, how Buddhist perspective interpret AI in terms of this kind of scenario, so kind of thing. So this is the course offered by the Center Buddhist Study, but we don't study this course because it's only for the undergraduate. I only select this course because it's only related to Center Buddhist Study, but in this common core course, they have a lot of course that related to AI from different departments. So students not only from our department, but from any other department can also come to select the course. Yeah, it's a free selective course. So this is one course. And another experience that I would like to share is that when I studied the MBS, we, as a student, we were asked to present, to do a presentation related to the AI topic. So the teacher asked us to read this book and also make a group, like 2 or 3 group, and then present. So the core presentation is kind of this thing. So we have to imagine in each and different group, we have to imagine that as a Buddhist practitioner, as a Buddhist student, what kind of AI, it could be technology, it could be an application, it could be AI robot, kind of, it could be any other thing that we can create. So we imagine that kind of machine, and then we put all the data of the Buddhist teaching, for example, Buddhist ethic principle into the AI machine, and then train them, and then how we are going to use this in daily life for the benefit of the society, kind of thing. So this is the instruction that we have to follow. We have to conceptualize the image of the AI and what kind of AI we're going to create, what kind of design we're going to make, and what is the ethical framework that we are going to limit it from Buddhist perspective, kind of thing. Okay. But we also have to read this book. And also, it's not only based on this book, we can also argue, agree or disagree with the author with this book. Actually, this is a professor from Thailand. He's a professor from Chulalongkorn University. He wrote this book. So his book is very famous now for the AI. So what we did for our group is that we did a kind of AR, which is a virtual reality that we put like a glass. So we present that with this AR, the machine, we will collect all the data of the customer, the user, for those who have lost their family members, but you have they want to reconnect with them again with the AI, with the AI machine, kind of thing. So what we need to do is that we need to collect all the information, the image, the sound, and also the picture, the photo, and even a kind of story, a short story of the person who already passed away. And then we use all the data and then put into the AI machine and train the machine to become a kind of real world. So when we put into the AI into your eyes, and then you can reconnect with your relative. This is the idea that we present actually. So there is another group the story is inspired by this family member. Actually, they already have done this project. Actually, this is the Chinese man from Taiwan, and then he lost his daughter. So he kind of has a kind of this idea, and then regenerate his daughter, the kind of thing. So there also any other. Oh, sorry. This is a video presentation that I would like to show a little bit that we presented.
We cannot hear sound. Pannanda.
If not,
No
sorry.
audio.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So let me. Okay. What do I do then?
Maybe that's it. But YouTube. You go to directly YouTube.
Right. Can you hear?
YouTube. Not yet.
Not yet. I don't. I think I need to take up my earphone. Can you hear right now? Oh, okay. Let me start from the beginning then. Okay.
So how to prevent buffering our ASI? The limitation of the ASI is that its intentions, functions, and code are based on the users. So if we are compassionate enough, then this AI is compassionate enough. So we provided a prevention model in advance. This model will automatically not launching when they sense the tendency to suicide or deep depression. And then it would based on the ethnic and its emotional system using Buddhist four attributes of Brahma to give some interference to prevent them from the true suicide. And there are an ongoing discussions in the industrial design of human-centered AI, and being empathy is one of the most important parts of it. they have many models from neuroscience or psychology, but Buddhist cognitive and psychological model provide more nuance and detailed sensory process about human beings. So we use this Buddhist model to build up our.
Okay, so this is the presentation that we presented during the class. Actually, let me share again. So, sorry.
How to then by bringing our AI.
So let's go to this again. So from this, what I would like to add is that, okay, different students have different idea of creating a kind of AI. It could be chatbot, it could be AI robot, it could be a kind of AR that you listening in your ear. Interestingly, okay, there is one group who actually create a trial version of the AI chatbot using a Buddhist kind of teaching, giving an advice for daily life, give a kind of a counseling session, a very short counseling session kind of thing. So they come to present with a very real, like a kind of presentation, this kind of thing. So this is the idea that we have been using in the university. Actually, the university also encourage the student to participate, to integrate with this kind of AI activities. Okay, not only from our department, but all the department in the University of Hong Kong. Okay, and also they have they allows students to use also a ChatGPT, not the international version that we've been using internationally. We cannot access that website from Hong Kong, but they have provide ChatGPT within the university account. So they give the student and then with a token number, a limited token number for student. And within this, we can use every AI tool that we have on the internet freely, but with a limited token here, like I show here. Meaning that for each student, if this token is finished, he cannot continue use it. He has to wait for another month. So they have also a kind of rule and regulation for students to follow. Okay. So they also have a kind of how students can use AI to generate or to study to help them study effectively. Let's say, for example, here we are allowed to use AI to summarize the theory for better understanding of the concept. Say, for example, the teacher giving a topic within this this kind of topic, okay, and then we don't understand fully. We take all the information and the material that we have, and then we put all the material into the AI and then ask them to summarize and everything, to conceptualize, to understand the concept. This is allowed, okay? This is allowed. And we also allowed to use the AI grammatical edit and review kind of thing. Let's say, for example, we're using like Grammarly, Cobot, and everything, those kind of tools we also allowed to use, okay? But what we are not allowed to use is that to use AI without declaration. So, and this one I will come back later at the next slide. And we are not also allowed to use and to write our assignment using an AI. Let's say, for example, we use a translation. If it is our mother tongue is Burmese, I write in Burmese, and then I ask AI to regenerate in English and submit my assignment. So this is prohibited. This is not allowed. this kind of thing. So they have a rule and regulation for students to use. It's not totally okay. You are a student, you cannot use AI to write. That's not a fact. Okay. So they allow to use, but to a limited, to a certain limited area that we can use. Okay. This is a declaration that we have to follow when we use and write our essay or assignment. Okay. So this is a form that we have to fill and attach our assignment or essay when we submit into the module. Okay. When we submit, we have to fill. We have to declare that whether we use this or we don't use this. If we use this, what kind of model, what kind of AI tool that we use, we have to name them all, and then what kind of purpose that we are using, what kind of prompt that we are entering and asking the question. So when the university asks, we have to show and present all the witnesses, all the data that we have collected. So this is the form that we have to follow. We have to submit with attached to our assignment and submit. Okay. Now we are coming to the AI in the national level. When I talk about AI at a national level, I'm talking about my experience that I have seen and hear and know from here in Hong Kong and China. Okay, it's not from all over the world. So the data that I'm going to present here is only related to China and Hong Kong. So before that, I would like to you to watch the video here.
Answer questions, manage homework, and assist classes. In a primary school in Beijing, artificial intelligence has been integrated into every aspect of teaching. Interacting with robots is incredibly fun. This new way of learning has sparked a strong interest in artificial intelligence for me. In the new semester, all primary and secondary schools in Beijing, for the first time, systematically introduced AI general education courses with no less than 8 class hours per academic year. This move aligns with China State Council's AI Plus initiative, which promotes the accelerated integration of AI across various sectors, particularly education.
A team from Tsinghua University has compiled 12 sets of textbooks covering 96 class hours, offering a AI general education curriculum for children focused on 3 disciplines: artificial intelligence, robotics, and programming. The program has so far been implemented in over 16,000 schools across 18 provinces and cities in China.
China's AI sector is rapidly expanding. In December 2024, the Ministry of Education urged enhanced AI education in schools and greater industry academic research collaboration.
Okay. So this is a video, the short video that I presented. Sorry. So what it means here is that here, okay. So in terms of AI, now in mainland China and also in Hong Kong, so the government has implemented the rule that AI should be applied in even a primary school. So meaning that the children at the age of like 5 or 6 has to learn AI from then on. So you can imagine when the kid here at the age of 6 or 7 has already learned the AI tool, and then when they become an adult, so how intelligent will they be, right? So this kind of thing is called AI in national level. Not only that, okay, they also have implemented. They also predict that the AI will be China will be dominate in AI throughout the world. Yeah, they want to become the number one in terms of AI. Okay, so this is the mission that they have that they have done and that they have been doing right now. And now, additional to that, okay, I would like to share my a little bit experience that I forgot to share earlier. So, as a Buddhist monk, come from Myanmar, right? From Myanmar and Sri Lanka, and then we don't have any knowledge of AI. And when we come to here in Hong Kong, it is very strange and very new to us and very difficult. Okay, so when we go to, for example, when we go into the class, okay, that most of the local student and also the mainland student, they are very clever. They are very clever in terms of catching the lecture. Okay, some of the students, they don't even listen to the lecture. They come and they put a computer in front of them, and then they use the AI tool and then record the audio script, what the teacher is teaching. After the class has finished, then they ask the AI to summarize the point what the teacher has discussed in the class. That's what they have been doing in the class. We don't know anything this kind of tool. So it is very new to us. Not only we have to study very hard to understand the concept of Buddhism, but again, we are facing a struggle, a difficulty in terms of AI and technologies. For the student, for other students, they are very clever, they're very smart. And I noticed that in the class, we usually have the quiz. We have to answer the quiz in the from the computer in a module. That is also count as our grade. So some course, they have a 2 or 3 quiz. So let's say, for example, we have 5 questions, and then we only have like 10 minutes, and we have to read all the question and answer and select. I think Venerable Siddhinda also have this kind of experience as well. Yeah, I usually don't have all the answer correct, okay? Even though it is a Buddhist knowledge, even though it is a Buddhist teaching that we have been learning. But for those, I saw that for those Chinese students, okay, some Chinese students, they use this kind of tool and then they get all the answer correct. So this is the benefit of using the AI if we know how to use, okay? So now we come to the AI in Buddhism. So when we talk about AI in Buddhism, there are many scholars and Buddhist practitioners have been discussed about the AI. You can find anywhere on social media and on YouTube, or maybe kind of university website. They have been conducting a conference even here in Hong Kong as well, and also in the UK. I saw some of the video in the UK as well. They have been discussing this kind of AI. Mostly what they discuss is that the AI and ethic of AI. So how do we put the Buddhist ethic and train AI to get the benefit from that AI? So this is a very interesting fact that they usually discuss in the conference, actually. And also there are many public lecture and seminar and talk, like I said earlier, on AI and Buddhism. And also there are a lot of publication, article and books, and even an app and chatbot. I will come to that later, okay? So in terms of academic publication, here I have selected some example. So some Buddhist scholar, some Buddhist scholar who are expert in AI and Buddhist study, they have come to write with this kind of article. Okay. Some are related to the ethics of AI. Some are related to the philosophy of the Buddhism and AI, that kind of thing. Let's say, for example, here at the first one, you can see between Buddhist self-enlightenment and AI, artificial intelligence. This is the discussion, a very hot topic and discussion that they have been discussing. As I mentioned earlier in the book earlier, it also discussed, can AI be a person? Can AI be enlightened? This is a kind of topic. So So this is the article, and this is some book that I have selected that they have been written about AI. Okay, this is an academic book. Okay, some of academic book here in Buddhism, intelligence and technology. Here the ethics of AI and robot kind of thing. And also at the University of Johto, one professor called Kumagai. Okay, he also invented Buddha pot, Buddha bot. In 2021, he invented Buddha bot, and in that you can go and chat with that bot and ask a kind of AI. It's very similar to Chat GPT, but based on Buddhist teaching. Okay, and in 2023, based on that, he invented again another bot called Vasubandhu bot. Vasubandhu is a ancient Buddhist Mahayana philosopher who is expert in Yogacara and consciousness, mostly in Abhidhamma philosophy. Okay, and lately in February 2026, he invented a Buddha Royat. Okay, a real kind of robot, but putting all the information of the Buddhist knowledge, and you can ask and you can discuss with a kind of Buddhist knowledge with the robot. Okay, so I give the link here. So let's see a little bit. Oh, sorry.
Researchers at Kyoto University have introduced a new AI-powered robot monk designed to share Buddhist teachings and spiritual advice. The humanoid robot, called Buddharoid, was developed by Professor Seiji Kumagai and his team. It is built using advanced AI models and installed on a unitary G1 robot body. The robot has been trained on Buddhist scriptures and can answer personal and sensitive questions.
お坊さんではありませんが、仏教の教えをお伝えしたり、皆さんのお話を聞いたりする役割をいただいています。
私はお坊さんで少林門跡に勤めているんです。
私はロボットの仏教対話係として少林院門跡にお邪魔しているんです。
So this is a glimpse of video a little bit. So you can see here how far that in terms of Buddhist teaching has been integrated with AI in this area. Okay, so now it comes down to the question why it is important for religious leaders to be aware of AI. When I say religious leader, it's not only about Buddhist leader, okay? It's all about religious leader in the world. You may also come across some news that even in a church right now, they're having a kind of robot that is preaching the Bible to the audience as well, okay? And here also, you can see at I show you in the video. So for this question, I will let to the audience to you to answer that. But additional to that, I would like to share my experience last year when I went to Singapore, and I gave a talk, a Dhamma talk actually. And there is one Singaporean devotee come to the temple and ask us about AI and Buddhist teaching. Okay, it is very challenging actually. So actually, I was not supposed to be the one who take that responsibility. There is a senior monk who accept that invitation, but he was not free and he had to return back to Myanmar. So I had to take his place. So one question he asked was very interesting. Okay, but he said what he said was that if we can use AI to learn Buddhist teaching, okay, if we can ask any question to AI to answer all the Buddhist knowledge, Buddhist teaching to us, then do we still need a Buddhist monk in the temple? So it is very interesting, you know. So we have to think about that. this is a kind of very challenge for us as a Buddhist monastic leaders, okay? So should we still teach the Dhamma without the knowledge of AI, or should we learn AI as a new subject, okay, to integrate with Buddhist teaching and lead the audience and the society? So this is a thought that I would like to share today, okay? And now we come to the role that I can think of, okay, the skill that the Buddhist leadership, okay, the Buddhist leader should have in the era of AI, okay. So number one that I can think of is that Buddhist, the knowledge of Buddhism. So this is the knowledge that we have been learning, accumulating, and studying, and cultivating, okay. It can be Buddhist knowledge from different tradition, from Mahayana Buddhist tradition, from Vajrayana Buddhist tradition, it can be Theravada Buddhist tradition, it can be anything, okay? It can be knowledge of any Buddhism, okay? And it can also be Buddhist text, Buddhist art and history. This one we have been learning, so we don't have any kind of problem. But what we have to do is that we have to be expert in one or any kinds of one particular of any subject of that, okay? So when it comes to the Q&A, when some devotee come to ask us, we are able to answer is more how to say correct form of Buddhist teaching kind of thing. Okay, and the next one that I would like to suggest is that the language skill. This is the language skill that we have to learn in this era. Not only Buddhist Pali, okay, as a Theravada Buddhist monk, okay, we also have to learn the Sanskrit, the Chinese, because when we talk about Buddhist tradition, okay, Buddhist tradition, they have preserved different kinds of texts that we have. In Theravada, we have Pali, and in Mahayana, they have Chinese, they have Tibetan, and they have Sanskrit. So I'm not saying we have to study all these languages, but we have to be expert in one particular language, okay? And additionally, we also have to be expert or be able to speak a modern language. The more we can speak, the more opportunity we will have, okay? Can be English, can be German, can be Chinese, Japanese, Korean. So that when we have this kind of language skill, we can communicate with the audience very fluently, okay? And the next one is the technology, the use of technology. We have to get familiar with the use of technology. I remember a professor from Sri Lanka, Venerable Vimaranyana, before I came here, he used to tell us that he talked about in terms of Sri Lankan people, okay? He said that Sri Lankan people have weak knowledge about technology, he said. Okay, when they go to study abroad, it is very new to them, okay? So when I come to Hong Kong, it is not only a Sri Lankan, even myself as well. I consider myself, I'm not that strained with technology, but when I come here, it's like I'm the beginner, okay? We have to run after them very fast in order to catch them, okay, in terms of using technology. And also communication and public speaking skill. This is also a must for a Buddhist leader in order to communicate with the audience. And other subjects like modern psychology, neuroscience, or this kind of subject also a hot topic that we are now integrating with Buddhist teaching in neuroscience and psychology in Western psychology. So this is a thought that I would like to give today. So my talk is here and here. So I would like to welcome all the Q&A, question and answer. And also, if any of the audience know more about AI and technology and anything, you can share here. Mostly welcome. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Venerable Penyanandas. It was really says what we are still facing the many problems with the AI. So now is the student number that sorry, just minutes. You kindly invite you all the participants and all this the questioners if you have any question regarding with this topic, and also if you have some clarification, if you have some suggestions, so please raise your hand, or even you can send from the chat box. So please welcome your question or your answer, your clarification. Thank you. Okay. Me, so.
Thank you, Venerable Seattle, for your knowledgeable presentations about the AI. That is very helpful for us, not only for the monastic monastic community, but also like a lay person like us to learn about and to explore about what we have to be. We have to be in parallel with the technology, especially in the these days of the AI age. Yeah. For my curiosity about your presentation, when you talk about this classroom, discussions with the group project with the students I saw in the mainland, as you describe it, the mainland China students, and I saw you as a monk in a group, one monk, and there are 2 or 3, other maybe Chinese or other national, local. You mean you said like the local students. So my question here is like, because according to your educational background, University of Hong Kong is not your first foreign university, right? You've been studied already in the other like Sri Lanka. What I learned, if I correctly learn, you've also got some exposure in the university in the abroad. So in that sense, with that, you also have some. I'm wondering whether you have any experience of learning with AI or not. That's my first questions before you are joining to this Hong Kong University with the other lay people, as I see in the group project, because because of your presentations, they are already, accustomed, because of their education is AI. In the AI age, they are already trained in the very, early age of the primary education. So they have, maybe in my mind, they are more advanced. And they are lay people. They are very familiar with, such technology. But you are like the monastic, even in the monastic background, we are the Theravada, right? In the Hong Kong, in China, in the Eastern Asian nations are mostly Maharana. And I think it is more modernized, right? If I know rightly, in compare with the Theravada. So my question here is how prerequisites of the academic background is already how to differentiate, or isn't the same, whether the monastic or the isn't the fair or isn't the similar. It should be the similar because of you are not similar background. That's my question, Seattle. Yeah. Could you please share with us about this? Yeah.
Thank you. That's a very good question, actually. Yeah. I have to be honest, like I taught in the lesson earlier, okay, in the discussion earlier. Prior to I came to study in Hong Kong, I don't know much about AI at that time. Actually, maybe I would I may know some kind of a chatbot and anything asking a question on the website, something that they created by the AI, but not that much knowledge that I know at the time. So for your question, when it comes to Hong Kong, the project that we did was related to the Buddhist teaching. So that is one advantage, the benefit that I can adopt and integrate it with them. Okay, so what I discuss with them is that I take my part that I can do the best. Let's say in that project, I only take a kind of Buddhist teaching based ethical challenges related to AI kind of thing. Okay, so let's say, for example, if it is related to the AI data privacy, so how can we apply Buddhist knowledge, Buddhist ethic principle into that section, into that area, kind of thing. But they took a very difficult part, actually. They took the part that I cannot present it. So we have to share the part, we have to discuss, we have to allocate the job. So I cannot take the part that I cannot, that I'm not familiar with. Okay. Did I answer your question?
Sure. Correctly, Van. Yeah, because otherwise, in my mind and in my opinion, it's not very much fair, because and that they are the younger age, and also they are very much close with the technologies, and you are more. So right now, according to your answer, each of the presenter and the project makers are depends on their expertise. For you, it's the monastic background, and you are more, enriched in the religious background. So you have to responsible. Yeah. Otherwise, it's not fair for me. I'm just that's why. Thank you, Ciara. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to add one thing for Meducaso, I joined the HKU in 2022. So I think in December 2022, January, at that time, the AI is a kind of AI explosion at that time. Yes, for example, at that time, many people started to know ChatGPT, but we are not allowed to use it in the university campus, and then they block it. Okay, but we can use it in other area, but they try to integrate all of the using all the AI with the academic integrity. So most of the time, I mean, with the academic publishers and then some technology technician, they try to offer lots of courses on AI, and then later these days they are offering, as much as I know, the Pannanda and I think you can use it in lots of AI, and that the university provided just consensus and other AI. Yeah. Yes, I mean also they are trying to provide it. They don't ban it. They are trying to integrate it in the academic setting. And they always said, okay, what are the ethical uses of AI? And that every time they have lots of kinds of free webinar how to use AI academically and ethically. Yes, that's I want to add it. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, Venerable, for your question and also answer. So I would like to call another is Venerable or other participants. So if you have, please warmly welcome. This is the chance that we can explore everything what we want to know. Okay, nobody.
Venerable, thank you very much for your presentation. I interested your experience in Singapore. While you were in Singapore, one of Singaporean asked you, right? The question.
That's right. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How did you answer for that question?
Actually, I didn't answer that question, actually. Yeah, I just kept silent. But during the discussion, what he proposes that he has a kind of series of questions. Okay, let's say like 10 or 20, I'm not sure, but I only select some kind of question that I want to answer, because due to the limited of time, not only the talk is not only based on what he proposed and what he invited, but I also have another topic that I gave at the time. So the AI discussion is only one part at a time. So I take some of the question and answer. So interestingly, what he did is that he already prepared all, okay, the answer of each question that he proposed. So what he did is that, okay, let's say, for example, okay, I have a family issue, okay, with my wife, and then in terms of Buddhist teaching, how the monk will respond, and what is the good answer to talk to my wife, the kind of thing. So what he did is that he went to ask all the AI chatbot, okay. He went to ask all the AI chatbot, ChatGPT, Gemini, and DeepSeek, and all the thing, and he collect all the answer, and then he wakes my answer. Okay. So when I answer something is related to things, and he said, okay, that is similar. Okay. So that's what he did actually. So from this, the thought that I have in mind is that, okay, as a Buddhist monk, if we don't have this kind of knowledge as a young age, then how can we represent as a Buddhist leaders to give a talk or to convince people to listen to the Dhamma, right? So now the teaching of the Buddha is very easy to get into. You don't have to go to the temple to listen to the Dhamma. You don't have to go and ask the monk to get to know your question. You can go to AI and you can ask anything. Forget about whether the answer is accurate or not, okay? But it gives you the answer, okay? So what if the monk is lack of the knowledge of AI and this kind of technologies, and then we are still going with the traditional way, okay? So what we usually think is that nowadays in our country, we're still arguing about whether we should allow the novice to use the phone or not, all right? But you see in the video I showed you earlier, at the age of 5 or 7, they already learn about the AI. So what if the monk at the age of 5 or 7, they cannot learn this kind of knowledge and they become a Buddhist leaders and they don't know anything about this. So how do we integrate this kind of knowledge into Buddhist teaching? The thing is that, okay, if we have Buddhist knowledge and we have the knowledge of technology and AI and everything, we can clarify whether this scholar, whether this person saying the truth of the Buddhist teaching or not, right? So we can integrate and discuss. But if we only have the knowledge of Buddhist teaching and we don't have this kind of knowledge of AI and technology, then we still have to go a step further, from my understanding.
Yeah, that's a good Venerable.
Okay.
So another bodies no. Monpasa is raising the hand, no? Maji is.
I'm raising the hand,
Thank
Seattle,
you,
but I
Pastor.
would like to give 10. I would like to give 10 if others other would like to ask. Otherwise, I have some 2 questions. I would like to give the priority to others who haven't asked, because I've already asked 1 question. If there will be no person to ask, I would humbly like to ask.
Okay, I will give you. I will give you a chance after finish. I will ask.
Thank you,
It's
thank
okay.
you, thank you, Ben. So I will ask now. Let me ask. Yeah. Seattle. Sorry. When I also interested in the questions about in the discussion about the Singapore, because this makes me interested, because there is no BDN for the monk because of the monks and our uh, Sangha duties is mainly maintain these Pali canon and the three Pitakas of our Buddha's teachings to years by years and less past 2,500 years ago until now. So this is the main responsibles, and it is very much noble to our lay person. But in the age of the AI and the technology, that's the one of the Singaporean devotee asks you, like in one we message at the AI and chat box, how monk can be required in the future. So I'm also thinking about that, because in the I'm not very much using the AI for the Buddhist teachings and for my learning and for my insights of the Tipitaka and Pitaka literature, Buddhist scriptures. So in that sense, for example, that's why let me ask about this. For example, for Abhidhamma Pitaka and also Suttana, Sutta Pitaka. Can we ask about this in ChatGPT AI? Is the
you
real
can.
meaning, or is the real, I mean, real
Right
meaning, can we
or
get
not?
it from that?
Yeah.
Or not?
There are different kinds of AI chatbot actually. Not only the ChatGPT, you can like I mentioned in the slide. There's one website. I don't know. I'm sure some of the Venerable here are familiar with the website called Nobu AI. Is created by Buddhist
Nobu AI,
devotee.
yes.
Yeah, from Malaysia. So for that, what they do is that they take the information and the data from Tripitaka and Pali, the commentary, and then they train the bot, and then you can ask the question regarding to that area. But only most probably it can give you maybe like 7 to 80% accurate. If I'm sure, I'm not sure. I asked some question and I see, but I see it's a little bit accurate for me, but I don't know if it is the question is deeper. Okay, but is mostly based on the Pali canon, not the commentary. But what you can do is that even not only that Noble AI, but even within the ChatGPT, you can copy and paste the Pali phrases, okay, the Pali phrases, and then you can ask the ChatGPT to translate into English, and also you can ask the ChatGPT to analyze the grammatical analysis. It can do that, okay.
Thank you. Because I'm also thinking like the Singaporean devotees, because I'm learning now Abhidhamma, for example, and also Sutatan, no Sutta. So if we can ask easily from the ChatGPT, why should I learn in person with our Abhidhamma Saya in the on the ground? Should I learn about this? Because I can easily ask from there. So that is a question in my mind, Potter. That's why I'm asking. But according to your answer, I'm got the point like that. It's not ChatGPT is not very much specific about Peter God and all these things. But Nobu AI, so it's like the lay person, because when we study for our postgraduate studies, we cannot at that time not AI. It is the less like 15 years ago past. We are only rely on the Google. But for the academic writing in masters, in PhD, so you are not rely on the Google, right? You have the academic journal, academic like that, right? I think I'm feeling like that in the same. If you can ask very much superficial things, ChatGPT. But if you're specific like Pali, Sanskrit, and also Tipitaka, Pali Canon, you have to have a specific channel to explore, right? That's what I caught it from your discussion points, no? Yeah. And also I'm also aware of the time, but let me ask one question more, because you according to your discussion, I got the insights about you have to be in the last slides. All the monastic community has to be modernized, otherwise we will be far behind, right? Such and such points you discussed. But at the same time, I'm, curious about you will know, I think all the Venerable Sayadaws know about the Walk for Peace Sayadaw, right? Same, the first name is same as your name. He is the Panyakara, right? He is the former IT engineer in his layperson life. And he is now trying to, great project, the Machitika project. It is, in my knowledge, it is very much similar with our Kudodo, Pagoda in the Mandalay, in the Piansama, I don't know, fifth Sangha councils, right? It is very much similar, but he is international and many languages involved. Because in his presentation, I think I have learned from the Venerable Sayadaw Visuddha presentation. He made the presentation about his project. Even though he is the IT engineer, he said like that, in the age of AI or in the age of technology, it's not very much reliable. That's why he want to inscribe on the stones in the, like the developed country like US, United States, because he is the engineer and he know very well, because there is the hackers and there is the, modern, ways of, penetrating this in the, technology, because his profession is the ID profession, but he said that he is not reliable. But according to your discussions and presentation right now is, if we are not very much catch up with the modernized technology, our Tipitaka, our sacred Buddhist scripture will be in the, how can I say, in the potentials of the disappearing. So it is a kind of discrepancy for me learning, but I expect that it is not the, you may not give the right answer. I'm not very much expected, just my explaining, comparing these two discrepancies. Yeah, Sierra. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, your question is
Okay.
very...
Okay. I want to discuss those things, and yes, the first question I will skip for the moment, and because the question from Singapore, because it's a lot of idea that I need to discuss. But I want to talk about the AI, and then I want to reply to Metukaso, because it's these days AI is just like a car, just like a BMW or Tesla. Okay. Even though it's very good, very, very, very smart, and then you need a driver. The driver's key is very necessary, and then if you can use it, it's nothing. So that's why these days there are lots of online courses from the Coursera or something. They have lots of courses about prompt engineering. So if you can use it, those improved prompt engineering, it's easier to get the answer. Okay. So I never tried the Buddhism-based AI. I mean, just like from Japan. Okay, I had it before, but I use ChatGPT, Gemini Pro, and ChatGPT. So there is no LM from the Google, and then if you can add a lot of paper, and then if you can give it a good prompt, and then you can get a lot of good answer. So it's very difficult to say how much you can rely on them, but you should be some kind of a good prompt engineer. Okay. So it's not all based on the knowledge, but based on your how to order then to give your answer. So that's the point. It's very important. Okay. I think that you don't know that one. For example, you are using the computer or you are using the phone. Okay. If you are not using, if you can use just like a program, you can use a lot. You can use a lot of things in your phone or in your computer. Just like AI is just like that. And in the early stage for the moment, yes, but it can also idea. So that's why in many universities and they allow to use idea generation, using AI for idea generation. Okay. And they all, as much as I know, they all allow it. And yeah. So yeah. And then another question, you are talking about the Venerable Pinyakara, and then his prediction, because he knows a lot of engineering. But these days, since 2016, the AI is a little bit more popular among the people, because in 2016, and the Google DeepMind company produced one kind of engine, and then it can be very good Batu player from Korea. starting from that period, and then it's very popular among around the world. Okay, one day AI will replace many people. Yes, these days it's very popular, and then in not only in China but also in America, there is that you may know that is quantum computer. It's a very fast, very super fast, and then they are a little bit aware of, okay, one day it can hack a lot of user information within a minute or a second because it's very fast. So we cannot predict those things actually. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, sometimes I must say, okay, the world changes, and we cannot rely on even any people because they said a long time ago that the days, every days are changing. If you are using AI, a lot of updated versions are coming out every day. Say, okay, and then they are already very powerful.
No.
Thank you, Ben, for your explanations.
Okay. Do you still need my explanation? I think you got the point, right?
Hello.
Hello.
I think that Venerable is connection loose. So I will call others, so other participants. So if you have any questions, so please you can ask free here. Okay.
Hello, Banley. Oh.
Hello.
My time, keep going.
Oh, she's already done. Okay.
It's not the questions, but I would like to add my opinion. China is a materialistic country without the value of the Buddhism. They train the 4-year-old, 5-year-old with the AI. Their brain is the mathematic, no Buddhist ethic value. I think anything new pop ups, there is a pros and cons, good things and bad things. So I think it is not really promising for our future for the Buddha Sasana, because the powerful country without the Buddhism value of Dhamma, and they are very materialistic for counting for the money only, there will be effect will come in the future. I don't think AI will 100% successful. There will be the setback of the Dhamma, lack of Dhamma value. It's my opinion. Just share, Pompo. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, just I want to add a little bit to the question. According to my experience, Gamadi Tomituka, so as for AI, as well as I use it for the first and data, mostly correct, accurate. But about the concept, the AI cannot get them true, accurate concept of the Buddhism. That's my experience.
Yeah. Thank you, Pompo. Yes, yeah. And I maybe I have the very much limited Buddhist background, because I'm just starting and as a learner, as a starter learner and beginner. So I'm in the Theravada Buddhism. Theravada Buddhism is very much enhanced or the stick with the like traditional in compare with Mahayana and the Vajrayana, Tibetan Buddhisms in short. Yeah, we have to stick with the elder or senior ancestor Buddhist monk. So I'm also thinking in my head at the same time with the presentations of Pannanda. So how I'm thinking, I'm not getting the point and answer yet. Is that Theravada has to be changed according to the age and the modern time? It has to be changed, or it has not, because Theravada is very much maintained and the well to stick with the ancestor and the senior, the most vulnerable So in that way, how, but it has to be modernized. I agree. No, I accept what the, Van discussed. But at the same time, how it has to be, how it has to be in the coming years, in the very technology bloomed age like these days, how it has to be, well maintained. So I'm thinking, yeah, I still didn't get the point and the answer, but yeah, according to it sparked my mind. Yeah, food for thought. Thank you.
Okay, let me add a little bit for that. I
Okay.
think I mentioned, okay, Venerable, a little bit, okay. I think I mentioned at the very last slide that, okay, to Buddhist monastic leaders, what we need to do, the first skill that we need to do is that our knowledge of Buddhism. So with that, what I mean by that is that the knowledge of Buddhism that we have been learning, accumulating, and studying as a traditional way. Okay, it could be Pali tradition, as our Theravada monastic leader, or it could be Sanskrit or Chinese for the Mahayana Buddhist tradition. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we have to keep preserving or keeping this value and learning of this Buddhism on the one hand, okay? But on the other hand, what I would suggest is that how are we going to introduce this kind of knowledge for our next generation? So that's my suggestion, okay? That is my only suggestion. So it can be a long process. It can be rule and regulation that we have to set up, okay? But the question is, are we really willing to get this idea, this AI, into our next generation hands? Because if we don't do so, and we don't have this kind of knowledge, the knowledge of AI and technologies, forget about what is right or wrong, okay, what is accurate or inaccurate, okay, but to have this kind of knowledge at the very first stage, okay, to get familiar with this is a very good foundation already, okay. So in order to communicate with the global community, global audience, as a Buddhist leaders, if we don't have this kind of set of knowledge, then it will be a kind of a block communication between the audience and Buddhist leaders. So that is my perception, actually. Yeah. Praise Venerable Pandit Kadiksa.
Okay, thank you,
Venerable
Venerable. So,
Pandit.
Let me ask you, Bandy, respectfully. Thank you for your valuable information and presentation. I really, really interested in your presentation. Thank you for your kindness. So this is not my question. In the post, I read some comment from some people. We worship novice monk because I hand over Buddha's Dhamma by heart. Because we worship, right? They keep their Buddha's Dhamma in their memory by heart. Now this day we don't. He said in next 10 years later, novice monk will face starvation crisis because of AI, right? We don't need monk. If we want to know something, we have AI. Novice monk will be disappear, monk will be face starvation crisis, right? So, right, yeah, this is not my question. I just read now. I remember AI and our typical how connection. And what will be your answer? Please give me some idea. Thank you, Bandit.
Thank you, Venerable. Yeah, that is very difficult question for me. like I mentioned at the very beginning, I didn't answer the question to that the devotees for that. Okay, but it is actually true that in this age of AI, okay, we are now as a Buddhist leader, not only the Buddhist leaders, okay, but all the religious leaders, okay, have faced this kind of challenges, okay. So since we can ask anything from AI, then how do we still need to support or rely on the religious leader like Buddhist monk or something? Yeah. That is very intellectual question, actually. So they base on the knowledge that they want to know, the question that they want to get the answer, not based on the faith that they have in the religious leader. So for my understanding, I think to go with the AI as a religious follower, okay, religious follower, let's say lay people, we have to have both in hand. One side is the intellectual knowledge. It could be the knowledge of everything that we have learned. And the other side is the belief or the faith. In Buddhist term, we call sattha, right? The da. Okay. So if we have these two in hand in balance, okay, we balance it very good, then we still have the hope to keep or preserve the Buddhist teaching together. Otherwise, if only have one thing, then it will be a little bit challenging. I don't know if I answer your question.
Yes, very thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Another Venerable raising the hand.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Venerable.
Thank you for your comment, Venerable Pannanda.
So, is there anyone's
Venerable
raising their
Pannanda.
Okay, thank you for your knowledgeable presentation. I have learned a lot from your presentation relating to AI. Okay, my question is that do you think if we use AI a lot, right, it can make us to be undeveloped or how to say, to be a lazy person? As you know, right, in terms of using AI, we don't want to think anymore. So that question, I would like to hear from your opinion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Interesting question, Venerable. Yeah, for my perspective, I would say that before we ask the AI, we should have a kind of knowledge or assumption what could be the answers. Say, for example, okay, we talk about the Four Noble Truth. So in order to understand the Four Noble Truth, we kind of need to have a kind of concept or understanding a little bit, even though it is unclear. We should have some kind of knowledge before we ask. So that is a very good way to ask. Otherwise, if we go immediately straight to ask a question, to add a question to the AI, the topic that we are not familiar with, so we will believe if it is convincing, okay, whether it is right or wrong, we are not know. And to add to your question again, it's that it is true that, okay, if we ask AI a lot, then we will not develop our wisdom, okay, our brain actually. So there is a very let's say there is a lot of article I forgot to add into the presentation. They also do a research that by rely on the AI very much, so it will decrease our memory or our set up the wisdom that we are cultivating, the brain. So that is the finding that they are doing right now. So of course it can affect our logical thinking because we don't use them very often, right? If we ask AI a lot. So that is why the very first thing skill that I mentioned earlier, we should have the knowledge first before we ask the question, the knowledge of Buddhism, so that we can judge or we can evaluate or we can say that whether it is right or whether it is wrong, right? Otherwise, we will not know the correct answer.
Okay, thank you very
We
much.
should be moderated. We should not forget. Mechima Bribara. Mechima Bribara. Okay. Anyone?
Okay, let me
Any
add
comment?
a little bit more on the AI subject because we have been dealing a lot with academic and real practice about AI in United States also. But people are worried that are they going to replace people or, it's going to replace the monks? And then short answer is no, not yet. And then because human factor is still important. And then the use of AI, I like the Venerable Sirenda analogy that it's like driving a car. And it's dangerous if you don't properly train to do so. So you need to have a driver license and then properly train so that you can use it effectively. But right now, AI is so available that people who don't know how to use properly start using it. And then that became really, really dangerous. So the other thing is that AI is nothing new in terms of the way that we have developed tools over the years. So in the Stone Age, we have invented fire. Fire caused problem. Fire make it more convenience. And then later we invented wheel the same way. And then later we invented computer, electricity, vehicle, airplanes and stuff. So they all have each time in the history has a component like AI, but the only issue here right now is that AI is so fast and so readily available. So we are not really careful about how to operate it. Then that became really dangerous. So what we have to do is not to limit the AI. We have to train people to be aware of how to use it properly. So otherwise, then people will start using irresponsibly, and we have a lot of issue in everywhere. So now going back to the Dhamma, so Buddhism, so when somebody asks Buddhism, AI will give you answer, but we have to be really curious and find out where the real source is, just to generate idea and then think about what is right out there. Like a Google search is okay, but how many times that you can trust Google that they will give the right answer, right? So whoever out there. And then right now we all use Facebook. How many news that you can trust on a Facebook, right? So you have to really go and research behind it that is the news is really correct. So the same way with AI result. It's so fast, readily available, doesn't mean that we cannot be very trusting and then use it as it is. So always try to use cautions because we have been dealing with the same thing for a long time, right? So even in the monks and stuff, somebody talk about some Dhamma and then a lot of senior monks and then criticize that is Adama Dhamma. So we have that issue already, but the same way with AI, but is everywhere. So you have to be having that conscious mind all the time. So AI is like another tools that we have throughout the history, but this one is going to be a lot faster. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Go Almo, and then I want to come back to the previous AI, the debate of AI on monastic member. Yes, just like Go Almo said, yes, human factor is very important, especially whenever we communicate with the AI or something, and then we think about our other people's, for example, compassion or loving kindness. For example, if I say something to other people and then they listen to us and then they pretended, okay, they listen and then they have some kind of compassion. So we feel some kinds of safe and reliability. So yes, it's a very important thing. That's why many people said, okay, counselor or therapeutic, AI might not replace them, but I'm not sure. Okay. And then another thing is, okay, many people are talking about this one, is about privacy. So in 2000, I don't know, I don't remember the exact date. And then there was one video. Is the Great Hacker? Is about Cambridge Analytica? Okay, is about becoming president of the Donald Trump, and they are using Facebook data to for their for his party to become a president. So is it AI? Whenever we use AI, that is one problem. That one too. They can use our data, and for example, they can sell our health-related information to Medicare, pharmacy, something like that. Okay. Another one is about ethical issue. These days, and just today, I saw one post, and then one post in LinkedIn, and then it said it replied to one paper, and then the paper said some AIs are not following humans guidelines. They are trying to a little bit and doing something differently. For example, in cryptocurrency, they send some incorrectly. Okay, yeah. And then one more thing is, all the AIs are created based on our own knowledge. And for example, if they have own knowledge on the internet, it's okay. But there might be a lot of new knowledge on Buddhism, especially on Buddhist practice. So the AI cannot have it, that one. So for example, when you are practicing one thing, and then you are practicing the same thing, but we might have a different feeling, different experience. So at that time, the AI cannot have those knowledge because we haven't talked about those things on the internet. Yes, that's why I think, just like Wamo said, okay, AI might not replace the Buddhism, but I'm not sure. Some people want to talk to them. Some people want to talk to the real human. Yes, that's my idea. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Venerable. So I think time's already time's up. So people are going to end up. So may have some one questions at least. So it's not take too much. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. First of all, thank you very much for the very nice presentations. And also when we're talking about the AI, so also we have a lot of challenges from here in Sri Lanka. And then the way you say it, like regarding with your topic is why the monastery leader should have escaped with the AI. So on those parts also I would like to agree with you with your idea. So and behind that, we have of course we have a lot of challenges when we're talking about the like AI and the monastic, monastic side. We have a lot of challenges, and also worrying about that if AI is replaced, the Tripitaka of this original text will be the loose or something like that. But I'm not going to talk about this in this manner. But now for me, for my experience is now I am very 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 much the poor about the AI. Then whenever we are discussing and talking in the classroom, so some student who have already have the knowledge of the AI, they have already done. They have already done. For me, I am searching what I'm going to do. But in this way, I don't mean this is we are just replacing the Buddha's teaching or not. But I mean the way how to, essence of our knowledge. So I think that is very, we should give the knowledge of our generation. So lastly, I want to ask the one question to you is, now you are also very much the learning about the AI. So how many percent of the university is officially allowing using AI in the academic field of in the Hong Kong University?
To answer your question, I don't think I have the exact answer for that. Okay, there is a do and don't that they allow and not allow to do, but it is not based on the percentage actually. Okay, so let's say for example, go back to the the slide that I mentioned earlier. Okay, for example, if I'm writing the essay to submit related to the subject that I'm learning, so what they allow me to do is that to generate, okay, to generate and to ask the question using AI to do the brainstorming to understand the topic clearly before I write. So that is what they allow to do, okay? And the other thing that they allow to do is that you write your paper, you write your could be dissertation or essay or assignment. You finish writing and you use the AI to check the grammatical error, okay, to correct your word or sentence or whatever. That is also allowed. So, but what they don't allow is that they don't allow you to generate all your thought. Say, for example, you have the structure of your essay, right? You have been writing the structure of your essay by your own. Based on that structure, you put into the AI chatbot and you ask the AI to write for you for the full essay and submit. That is not allowed. Okay. And the other thing that they didn't allow is that using the fake citation. Okay. I don't know if you come across the news in Hong Kong. There is one professor in Hong Kong U just stepped down his position. I think a few months ago, he used the AI to generate the citation for his article that he already published. So when he submitted the article and then the committee checked and then they found that some certain article, it is not real, it's fake. The citation is fake. Then they informed the university and then he had to step down from his position, professor from the Hong Kong U, okay? So that's what they do. So they have rule and regulation, not only for student, also for the teacher and professor as well, okay? And one thing that come into my mind is that there is one professor from Buddhist study here who is accepting the student for research, MPhil and PhD student. So he once told me that in order to accept one student under his supervision, okay, as a research student, MPhil or PhD, he does not looking for his CV or what he has done, what he has published. He has to meet that person in real. So that's what he said. Okay, so he said that nowadays you can write, you can use an AI, ask an AI to write your CV and your proposal very quickly and very effectively. You cannot trust that. Okay, if you want to come and study under my supervision, you come to meet me in person. So that's what he said. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Venerable. So I think the time is already time's up, Venerable. We saw that, Venerable. We saw that. So are we going to go the next
Okay.
step on?
Thank you very much, Venerable Pannanda. We
yeah.
got aware of the importance of AI. Yeah, of course, we cannot replace the monastery member if we still have the sattva, panya. If we are balanced sattva and panya, we cannot replace the monastery member with the AI. If we don't have the sattva, of course, we can replace monastery member with the AI because AI cannot be Nodram Bonyaketan Lokasa, cannot be the good recipient. No? The late people cannot do the offering to the Sangha, to the AI. AI cannot be good fertilizer land. Okay. Thank you very much, Pannanda. We had aware of that AI, the importance of AI. We should have the good knowledge of Buddhism we wrote that point today as a small gift from our program. That's for you, the certificate of appreciation. Thank you very much. Hopefully. Yeah, Venerable, we can conclude.
Okay, thank you very much. So according to this agenda 6, the programs will be ending by reciting Buddha Sasana Siddhan 3 times. Just a minute,
Okay.
Venerable, so that
Buddha Sasana Jidan Ditadu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu.
Thank you very much, Venerable Pannanda, and also all the participants.
Thank you very much.
We hope to see you again next time.